Hey, everybody, welcome back to my spoiler territory where I talk about the Batman film. I just saw it a few days ago, so just I'm proud that this was something I've been waiting to see this film for a while now. So, and I finally watched it, so it was pretty awesome. I did not see it in IMAX, unfortunately, but that's alright. I feel like there's always next time, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I feel like I feel like a lot of people. I feel like this podcast. I feel like a lot of people would say basically the same things, but that's alright. I feel like it's still my take on it. I just want to say that this is I don't know what to like. I'm not a fan of ranking certain films, especially if it's especially for example Batman. He said we have the Dark Knight trilogy, we have Ben Affleck, we have all these things, and so all these other Batman animation films, and I just still not a fan of ranking them. And I've seen all of them. You know what I mean? I haven't seen the Metro Teen Batman. I haven't seen all of the cartoon Batman. You know what I mean? So, and I also want to point out that I don't read the comic books, so just want to put it out there. So just review discussing this as a movie aspect of it. So just want to put out like I feel like this film was a truly a real Batman film, and what I mean by that is that it feels more detective-y and feels so dark and just uh, and Batman and DC they're always dark, but I feel like this feels like a little bit more grounded in a way. I feel like, if that makes sense, I just feel like it's just that it feels that way. It's just that there's a lot of like feels like they treat Gotham as a character in this and in a way because it's just that Batman's trying to he has a relationship with Gotham. He wants to figure out like his purpose there, and he's like he's like struggling with that. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do with that, what he wants to be when it comes to being Batman and protecting people in Gotham. He wants to stop the bad guys from doing danger. The thing with the high contact lenses, that was really new and interesting and a weird way for him to do detective work that way. And he has that printer so to print what he sees in a way. So that's really interesting that he would do that with eyeball and his um girl, you know. So that was a new take on that. That was really interesting in that way. I feel that it's like to try and figure out is that Bruce and keep in mind Bruce is so new at being Batman in this timeline. So yeah, not timeline but innovation of this. So it feels like he's already starting to like he's trying ahead of his time. You know what I mean? So it's pretty awesome seeing him do things differently than we haven't seen him do here, doing compared to the other Batman characters we've seen. And so he's been like Batman for 2 years, and he does have flaws. You know, when he fell off, he tried to lie down, and he like tries to land on the bus and then like he didn't make it, so he just rolled down the street. That was really like epic in a weird way, just as that epic fail type of thing. And so, but it was still cool to see, him like trying, so he's trying his best in this film, and he wants to figure out all these um mystery clues that the Riddler's try to have him solve and all these things, and the Riddler's so obsessed with Batman in this film, and it does show, and I just really love seeing that in that way. The end with Jim Gordon, I did like the actor's performance in that, but I just feel that it felt like it could have been anybody. I feel like I was just watching a guy talk to Batman, you know what I mean? When just it's this weird feeling, just not see. And I didn't find any chemistry between those two, like any connection there. Maybe it's the fact that maybe because maybe Jim McGowan doesn't trust Batman that much right now. Just he's been Batman for 2 years, so maybe that's why. Maybe there was a trust in there, or maybe there's something else, but I just didn't, you know, felt any connection between those two characters. The Riddler's tone and the way he is with the way he like, uses the duct tape on the his victims and the corrupt victims and Gotham. They are that it's really dark and he does things so unbelievable, and it's really intriguing to me seeing him do all those things because he wants to go above and beyond to really. I feel like he wants to impress Batman, so just especially with his riddles, he wants to. And the riddles are pretty unique and clever. I just feel that maybe not exactly half, but I felt like about half of those clues. I felt like I figured out immediately before Batman did. So I just want to point out that I feel like most of the audience did probably. Let me know if you guys did too. If you guys figured out the clues before Batman did, or you guys watched it in the theaters for the first time. I just want to know what your thoughts on that. If you guys figured it out on the again the first viewing of it. I like Jim going. I feel like with Alfred, I feel like there was a real bond there, but just I feel like with Alfred and Bruce Wayne, they'd known each other basically their whole lives, so I feel like there was a real connection there, was one connection there, and even though they only had Alfred maybe for like I mean, 4 or 5 scenes in this film, maybe. I don't know how many scenes he was in this film, but not much, but it was still more stronger and more intriguing and actually to me interesting with this Jim Joint thing. I don't know why, but I feel like the thing with Bruce Wayne, even though we see I feel like maybe that's why it was more interesting is because with Alfred we saw him with Bruce Wayne with this Batman, you know what I mean? Like maybe that's why. And also we didn't did too much of exploration of the Batcave, but nonetheless it was still an awesome Batcave. I just feel like I just wish we have seen more of it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like that the idea that they covered the Batmobile first, and with the top to hide it, you know what I mean? Before it, otherwise it would have been weird, not weird, but just that grand entrance for the Batmobile would have been like nice and painful if it wasn't covered, so I feel like that was just up there. I did the Batmobile a little bit later, but Selena Kyle, I feel like I really found her really interesting. I feel like she was like the best supporting character for Batman, and she really understood she understood the assignment. She knew what she wanted to do. She knew what she was going for. She had her own missions and her own reasons for doing what she wanted to do. So I feel like that was something really fun to watch and seeing her do things on her own way, even though Batman was trying to, in a way, guide her and try to stop her from making drastic mistakes that she wanted to kill her father and all these things. So that was really interesting seeing that way, and I was really the thing with the history of Maroni and Falcone. It's really familiar because we've seen most of that from the Dark Knight, like the history of that. But that's why we know a little bit more about that. But I read, but nonetheless, I we talked about this movie. So for this Falcone, I just feel like no, it was alright. I just didn't. He wasn't much. He didn't feel like a real villain compared to the Riddler, but still, it was like he's done some shady stuff, too, especially with the legacy of the Wayne family. So that was really something. I did like the Penguin. Just he's getting his own HBO Max show, but you know, true. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, but yeah, just for the Penguin in this film, I really enjoyed him. Batman was really trying to learn more about him and what is club within the club type thing. So that was really interesting that way, especially with the thing with how did the Penguin resolve that? But the thing with Selena Kyle and her friend Annika, right? That she was trying to figure out what happened to her while she on the run, and the Annika they made Selena's storyline more interesting, seeing her and have a friend, you know what I mean, compared to Bruce has Alfred and Jim Gordon, you know what I mean, they're all friends to him in a way, but Alfred's more of a family member. But what I'm saying is that Selena, Kyle, and I feel like they will know each other for a while, a really long time, so we feel like Selena's pain in this when she finds out like what happens to her, so we see her, we see her really get mad, and we understood why she wants to kill like her dad. Selina and Batman, like they in a way team up for the first time. They aren't used to being they aren't used to being a team, they're mostly known for doing their stuff solo. So in a way, they were it was interesting seeing those two really come together, and really the stuff that happened with those two characters really brought them together. The way they brought themselves together was interesting, and they started to not fall for each other, but start like each other a little bit more than like, they started like each other. So that was really like I don't want to say the word realistic, but just feels like it was genuine the way they felt like for each other. So yeah, that was really amazing. The Batmobile, like the entrance was virtuous. We see like we didn't see like the Batmobile like do extreme stunts or anything like that, but we saw him like really draw on the road, and I feel like they kept those scenes grounded and realistic. Like, and we see like the danger of um Batman being in the highway, with those big trucks. So that felt like a realistic type of danger. And then the danger of the Penguin like flipping over, that drove killed him. You know what I mean? But it's DC, so that they decided not to. Yeah, but any other character or it would have been that if Batman it was just a random bad guy, in the that henchman or whatever, basically that car crash killed somebody, but it's a Penguin, so they decided not to. In a way. So we learn more about the history of Bruce's parents and stuff. The fact that Thomas Wayne wanted to be mayor, and then there was like a bunch of things that happened to him because of what Fatoni did, right? Or something like that. But yeah, just that it was that interesting things there. And the funeral scene when Alfred gave Bruce the cufflinks, like the fact that Bruce was wearing like something that belonged to his dad, that was something that I feel like that was really important for Bruce to wear, even though it's a little object, but still, nonetheless, I feel like it was really important for him to have that. He feels like he's still Wayne no matter what. That's always that name's gonna be tied to him for the rest of his life for obvious reasons. So that's something that I really like that they did that. Even the small details. I just really like. It's interesting the fact that Alfred kept secrets from Bruce, but all these times, like I wonder if he would have said anything if he wasn't Batman or anything like that. But yeah, the thing with the way the film was edited, we thought that Alfred was gonna die, with the explosion. That was insane. That was brilliantly done by Matt Reeves. If they killed Alfred, that would have been too soon for Batman. You know what I mean? Because Batman just started to be out there and drop him. I feel like Alfred is the perfect person to guide him in a way, to lead him and guide him through the stuff that happens in Gotham with all these Batman villains. And so, if they killed him off in this film, if they killed Alfred off too soon, that would have been too soon. So, I'm glad they didn't do that. I feel like they showed like the real human side of Bruce Wayne when he realizes that he almost lost somebody. You know what I mean? Lost someone so close to him that he feels like he felt like he was about to lose another father figure. So that was something that we really see within him when he's in the hospital scene. So that's something that I really had attached in that scene, is that Bruce really needed him, in a way. So I'm glad that he has Alfred still. The way that the Riddler basically let himself get captured after his mission was done, his main mission, that was really, I feel like he wanted to be captured. So I feel like that was what his character is really clever, and the fact that he has that he has a normal face. And it's like it could have been anybody, you know what I mean? So that's something interesting is that he has like he's not an evil monster type of face. So he is not a monster, but not he doesn't look like one. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I just said the thing with the Bruce Wayne line. He said Bruce Wayne that when we thought that he knew his secret identity, that was a close one. You know what I mean? That was like really insane. I just really love how intense that was. That was like a brilliant scene. I just really love how that was done. I just I don't think that was to be done anything. I wouldn't that scene should not be changed in any way. And what I mean by that is just that our fans saw that they want certain things to be different. They want like they expect some different have certain expectations from these films. So like the way this film that scene was done, that was like this is something that was like brilliantly done. I'm just saying it was like brilliant. I just really loved that scene. The day with the ending, Batman was fighting the Riddler's like goons, like his henchmen or whatever. It felt impactful. You know what I mean? Now, if there was like a showdown between Bruce and the Riddler in the very end, that would have been more intense. But that was like they didn't do that way. But yeah, all of this, like Batman was like he was like doing fast and trying fights in so well much, and the choreography was a little basic to be honest, but I didn't hate it. You know what I mean? I feel like they told that more that they knew. Like I feel like it was basic on purpose. I feel like it was because like I said, he was like his first 2 years of Gotham. I feel like I say that a lot, but it's true that I feel like that's what the director wanted to show us is the fact that this is Bruce's first 2 years as Batman, so we have to see him at a different type of we have to see him like fighting in a beginner level type of thing. So that's why I find that interesting. The mayor and his and her kid, the mayor and her kid, I liked. I didn't I don't have much about that, but I don't have much to say about that character, those two characters, but like that, I like that in the film, I don't have much to say about that. The flood, and that was really insane. The fact that they were able to, the Batman was found out the clue right before the explosion, and that was like a coincidence as well. He just so happened to figure out the clue, and then seconds later it happened. There wasn't like a delay or anything like that. Just that felt a little unrealistic, but nonetheless, that was really easy. He figured out the clue. You know what I mean? The ending with when Riddler was captured in the jail and then he was talking to the Joker, and like that was like no, I felt like that was our place. You know what I mean? That do you just feel that too? Do you feel like um the Riddler talking to the Joker was our place? Let me know in the comments because I feel like I'm not alone here on that one. The thing with Batman, why do like he needs to also be hope, not just vengeance. I feel like the thing he said in the very end, I feel that was so important. I really love that. He said that because it's necessary. I feel like that's what made Batman a true Batman. This film, a true Batman film, is really the fact that Matt Reeves understood Batman really well. He understood what Batman is supposed to be and has to be and wants to be and everything. So, I just really love seeing that as well. One of the scenes that stands out is the scene where we see that Batman goes into the club first, and then later on in the film we see that Bruce goes into the club, and we see that fact that Batman had to fight his way in and Bruce didn't, and so there's the fact that Bruce has a lot of power without Batman. Like, you know what I mean? In a way, he doesn't need Batman 24/7. He doesn't there's certain things he can do and get away with without being, Batman. So I feel like that scene really stands out. And another thing I want to point out is that I don't see any problem with Zoe in this film. Why I don't know why she got rejected the first time when she wanted to audition for the Dark Knight Rises. I don't know what the deal was. That I feel like she would have been amazing in that film. So that's just my thoughts on that. Just one point out there real quick. Yeah, I don't have much to say now. I feel like I said I didn't everything I need to say. Overall, this film was amazing. I would definitely watch it again. If I have time. Yeah, so just which I probably will eventually. So yeah, just that. Um, Let me know your thoughts on the film in the comments below. Let me know if you don't watch the film again. Did you watch it in IMAX or not? And yeah, just if you guys are new here, please subscribe to Spoiler Territory. I talked about DC comic films and TV shows a lot, so stay tuned for more. Coming soon, and I'll see all of you. We soon have a wonderful week.